very good evening and a warm welcome to the news on Rupavahini Channel I. I'm Sharon Mascarenhas.
A very good evening, I'm Charita Miniprarachi and here are today's headlines. The President orders the relevant sections to provide security and necessary facilities to those affected by the inclement weather condition. 3 members of the same family killed in a road accident in Ambalangoda.
On to the stories in detail now, starting off with local news. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa has instructed officials to take speedy measures for the security and welfare of the people affected by the inclement weather. People in many districts have been affected by floods, earth slips and other disasters. The Ministry of Defence and the Disaster Management Centre are acting in coordination to face any threatening situation that could arise due to heavy rainfall. The objective is to create the necessary environment to minimise disasters and to respond quickly to any calamity. The President's office says officials in relevant ministries, district secretaries and divisional secretaries have been instructed to take immediate measures for the welfare of the general public. The communique released by the President's office further says that all tasks are being coordinated and evaluated under the leadership of Prime Minister.
And meanwhile, the Disaster Management Centre says that 5,904 persons in 1,609 families have been displaced due to adverse weather conditions. Measures have been taken to provide necessary facilities to the victims through district secretariats. The Disaster Management Centre has said that relevant financial allocations for relief operations have also been provided. The community on pre-earth slip warning for the district of Kandinuvara, Elia, Kegol, Ratnapura and Badulla continues to remain valid. It has also been reported that 4 sluice gates of the Tabbova reservoir continues to remain open. The gates release 2,050 cubic feet of water in a second. A leak in the Maradan Kulam tank in Tunukkai is reported to have occurred with incensed rainfall. The villagers have informed the army in this regard. Thereafter, the tank bund where the leak occurred was repaired with sandbags. 3,765 persons in 1,050 families in 6 divisional secretariat divisions in Batiklo districts have been affected due to floods. The Disaster Management Centre said 185 flood victims in 51 families have been relocated in welfare camps. 14 sluice gates of the Rajangane tank in Anuradhapura remain open. They release a capacity of 20,848 cubic feet of water in a second. Our correspondent says that all sluice gates in the Ankamu reservoir have also been opened. The gates altogether release 1,918 cubic feet of water in a second. Kumburupitiya, Godava, Palolpitiya, Pitiyala, Makandura and Akurigoda in the Madhara district have been inundated. The reason for flooding in the overflowing of the Kirima Oya. Paddy cultivation has been severely affected. Travelling in several roads have been obstructed. All sluice gates of the Iginimitya reservoir also remain open. The reason being the increase in the water level in the Iginimitya tank with the overflowing of the Abankola reservoir. Each of the sluice gates have also been opened by 2 feet, enabling the release of 4,000 cubic feet of water in a second to the lower valley of Mioya. All fly sluice gates of the Murutavela reservoir in Habantata also have been opened. Our correspondent says as a result around 150 acres of paddy fields have come underwater. Minister R. Mugam Thundaman has arrived in Norway today to look into the plight of those affected by the overflowing of the Kesulgamu oil. Breaching of a part of the tank bund of Lower Halmi lava in Epavala, Anuradhapura has taken place last night. Many houses and cultivated lands have been inundated. 3 sluice gates in Unuche reservoir in Batiklo have also been opened. The Department of Meteorology forecast of an increase in the rainy weather condition in the northern, eastern, Uva and central provinces from tomorrow to night.
Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa has instructed relevant groups today to implement a special program to shift people living in threatening locations to safer areas as a result of the bad weather condition. People in 9 districts are facing a disastrous situation. The districts of Batiklo, Nuwara, Ampara and Badulla are predominant in this regard. The Prime Minister has also ordered to focus special attention to provide cooked food and sanitation facilities to the affected without delay. Dry rations are also to be provided. He also instructed to focus special attention on the plight of children. He has requested authorities to provide alternate examination centres for the students sitting for the GCE ordinary level examination if they are unable to reach their respective examination centres on time. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa has also met 3 foreign ambassadors this morning. They were the Ambassador of the United States, Elena Teplitz, Ambassador of Japan, Akira Sugiyama, and the Italian Ambassador, Rita Gailian.
The GCE ordinary level examination has commenced today in 4,987 centres. 717,018 candidates sit for this year exam. This year, the highest number of candidates sitting for the GCE ordinary level examination. Out of this number, 433,050 are school candidates, 283,958 private candidates also appear in this year's exam. The Department of Examination says students who are unable to arrive at the exam centres due to the prevailing disaster situation could sit for the exam at the nearest examination centre. The department says that relevant groups have been enlightened in this regard. The special investigation teams have been deployed to look into the complaints filed with regard to the examination. The Commission of Examination reiterates that any incidents of irregularity or fraud could be informed through the hotline, the Department of Examination 1911.
Now, a meeting between the members of the Presidential Investigation Commission appointed to investigate the Easter attack and President Gotabaya Rajapaksa has taken place in the President's office this afternoon. President of the Commission, Appeals Court Judge Janaka De Silva, has made a brief clarification on the current situation. He has pointed out that the relevant authorities have not taken into serious attention on the information received in advance of an impending attack. President of the Commission further said that certain officials have prepared forged documents to conceal their inability. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa has stressed that a full investigation will have to be conducted regarding the attack and those responsible for it should be brought before the law. He added that this is the expectation of His Eminence, the Archbishop Malcolm Cardinal Ranjit as well. The President has recalled how he had functioned to safeguard national security at the time he was functioning as the Defence Secretary. The President further said that the intelligence division mechanism has collapsed during the period of the previous regime. As a result, the spread of Islamic extremism had paved the way to Easter attack. The President further said that those who were responsible for the collapse of the defence mechanism should be divulged. Other members of the Presidential Commission were also present at this meeting. Foreign Minister of Pakistan, Shad Mahmood Qureshi, says that joint action will be taken with Sri Lanka to preserve the Buddhist heritage in Pakistan. He further says that the aim of his country is to further strengthen the close cooperation between Sri Lanka and Pakistan. The visiting Pakistan Foreign Minister made these remarks when he called on President Gotabaya Rajapaksa at the President's office this afternoon. He has also extended his best wishes of his country to the President and invited to engage in a tour in Pakistan. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa said on this occasion that they should strive to achieve mutual progress in the fields of trade and investment rather than seeking financial assistance. The President has also requested the Pakistan government to assist Sri Lanka in its task to eliminate Islamic extremism and drug racketeering. Director General of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Pakistan, Dr. Mohammad Faisal, and the acting Pakistan High Commissioner in Sri Lanka, Tanveer Ahmed, have also participated in this discussion. Canadian High Commissioner in Sri Lanka, David McKinnon, has also met President Gotabaya Rajapaksa this morning. He has extended the best wishes of the Canadian government to the President. A special representative of the State Council of the Republic of China as well as Director General of the Asian region in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in China, Jin Hao, has also called on President Gotabaya Rajapaksa at the President's office. Jin Hao is also a former Chinese ambassador in Sri Lanka. Italian ambassador in Sri Lanka, Rita G. Manel, also met the President this afternoon. She said on this occasion that the Italian government hopes to act in extensive cooperation with Sri Lanka, which has a forward-looking new vision. A delegation including the Norwegian ambassador in Sri Lanka, Trini Jordrali, has also called on President Gotabaya Rajapaksa today. The Norwegian envoy has stated that her maximum support will be extended for the success of the program of the President.
An official discussion between visiting Pakistani Foreign Minister Shah Mohammad Qureshi and Foreign Minister Dinesh Gunawardena has taken place this morning. The main objective of this visit of the Pakistani Foreign Minister is to extend invitation to President Gotabaya Rajapaksa to engage in a state visit in Pakistan. The minister has arrived in the island last night from the Bandar Rag International Airport in Katunayake. He was also welcomed upon the arrival by a group including Additional Secretary of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs Selvaraj Pillai. Officials of the Pakistan High Commissioner's office in Sri Lanka were also present at this occasion. Many facts of bilateral importance were discussed at the official meeting of the Pakistani Foreign Minister and Sri Lankan Foreign Minister at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Colombo.
I've had an excellent meeting with the Foreign Minister. I am fortunate to be the first Foreign Minister to have visited Colombo since the new government has been elected. Pakistan and Sri Lanka have enjoyed cordial and friendly relations for a long time. We've discussed in our meeting the way forward. I've invited the Foreign Minister to visit Islamabad and extended him an invitation. I'll be meeting the President and the Prime Minister. There's a lot we can do to promote our mutual interests. We have been supporting each other in economic terms, in attaining peace and stability on either side, and I look forward to a very fruitful engagement with the new setup in Sri Lanka.
Now, a group of UMP parliamentarians convened a media briefing today. Parliamentarian of the United National Front, Dr. Rajitha Senaratne, said that they have been enchanted by the simplicity expressed by the President. He added that they do not condemn all acts for the sake of criticizing. The President's unassuming nature is reflected through from his attire to going abroad and travelling in vehicles. He has admitted that there were shortcomings in their government. The present government has come to power overcoming obstacles. The UNF parliamentarian has also praised the model government concept of the President. Parliamentarian of the United National Front, Ashumar Singh, said that their party appreciate good deeds without differences. He has also extended thanks to the present government for granting tax relief as an initial measure. The people will receive some relief through this action. Ashumar Singh further said that they are also in the process of reorganizing the party mechanism. Accordingly, they hope to receive the advice of the Mahasangha. He added that they wish to call on the Mahanayakatheras and receive their blessings for a special program to be implemented through the Buddhist leaders of the party.
Several new state ministries have assumed duties in their respective ministries today as well. State Minister of Technology and Innovation Tilanga Sumatipala has commenced duties at his ministry in Sestiripaya. Former Minister Professor Tisa Vitar and Professor Sarat Gunapala of the NASA Institute and several state ministers have also attended this event. State Minister of Development, Banks and Credit Facilities Shashank Semasinghe has also assumed duties at the Ministry of Finance today following all religious observances. Professor G.L. Piris and a group of state ministers were also present. New Governor of the Northwestern Province, A.J. Muzambil, has also commenced duties at Northwestern Provincial Governor's Office today. All religious observances were also conducted. Several MPs and ministers have also graced on this occasion. Governor of the Northwestern Province, A.J. Muzammil, said that a dream that he visualized even at the time when he was functioning as the mayor of the Colombo Municipal Council has been Gotabaya Rajapaksa becoming the president of the country. He also said that he has worked with late President Ranasinghe Premadasa as well. The new governor also said that he has not known any leader other than President Gotabaya Rajapaksa who has accomplished tasks with the perfection and who has a great vision. A.J. Muzammil added that previously it was minorities in the country who had shown that they were the makers of kings in the country. He further said that the majority of the country have shown at least presidential election that they are able to make a king without the support of the minorities. Minister Vimal Veeravanshu says that many of the closed down local industries will be reopened in future. He made these remarks today in a media briefing at Kandy. Minister Vimal Veeravanshu has arrived at the Sri Dalada Maligawa in Kandy today. He has addressed the media after veneration of the sacred tooth relic. Minister Vimal Veeravanshu said that during the past regime, the government's attention on local industries was at the minimum level. He added that, however, main attention in the policy statement of the present president has been focused to uplift local industries. Minister Veeravanshu further said that he will expert his maximum strength in his capacity as a minister in charge of industries to develop every local factory that has not yet been subjected to attention. He further said that he will take measures to safeguard markets and introduce appropriate tax policies. The minister further said that plans are underway to immediately recommence production and the Valacheni paper mill. Attention will also be focused on the Pulmore factory and also on industries that have been inactivated in the north and east. Meanwhile, 3 persons were killed in a motor accident in Uravatta Ambalangoda on Colombo Galle main roads this evening. The accident has occurred when a 3-wheeler and a private bus clashed head-on. The 3-wheeler coming from Hikadwa was reported to have hit in the incoming private bus. 6 passengers were travelling in 3-wheelers and those who were killed were mother and 2 daughters. Driver of the 3-wheeler was severely wounded and admitted to the Karapitiya hospital. The driver's wife and daughter are receiving treatment in the Balapitiya hospital. The Ambalangad police says that the private bus was travelling at excessive speed in the wrong direction.
The convener of the Maubima Venuwen Ranaviruwo organization, retired Major Attorney-at-Law Ajit Prasanna, has commenced a fast in front of the Embassy of Switzerland in Colombo today. He is engaged in the fast requesting to produce to the police headquarters the female official of the Swiss Embassy alleged to have been abducted and to record a statement from her. The convener of the Maubima Venuwen Ranaviruwo organization, retired Major Attorney-at-Law Ajit Prasanna, said that all media, including the New York and Al Jazeera, have published reports on the abducting and causing harassment to some female employee attached to the Swiss Embassy. He added that there has been a rumor of an attempt to obtain information pertaining to police inspector known as Nishan Silva Kandappa from the phone of an alleged abducted employee. However, the Swiss Embassy has not disclosed the identity of the employee, her name or her address. He further said that the Criminal Investigation Department and numerous groups have conducted an investigation and declared a statement. According to them, an incident of this nature has not taken place. CCTV cameras in the vicinity have been examined. The telephone through which a threat was alleged to have been made was also examined. Ajit Prasanna further said that accordingly it has been found that there is a big contradiction between the information alleged to have been given by the employee and the real facts. She was not even given the opportunity by the Swiss Embassy to present a statement. Therefore, the police are investigating an issue without a statement by her and also without all relevant information. Convener of the organization further said that therefore they request the ambassador to the Swiss Embassy to extend cooperation to the police by allowing her to give an opportunity to provide a statement and also to make a complaint to the police.
Meanwhile, a discussion on the future program of the Ministry of Housing Development has taken place at the ministry in Battaramulla today. A group including officials of the ministry has attended the event. State Minister of Housing in the Kanarudda said that they will reveal many of the problems in the Ministry of Housing, of which the Cabinet Ministerial portfolio is held by the present Prime Minister. He added that they have discussed on the problems with the officials of the Housing Development Authority today. Many state properties of the Ministry and Housing Authority have been destroyed. The most valuable land in the country was shredded by the cronies. There has not been any progress in many of the programs unbleached, exceeding the budgetary allocations.
අයවැය ප්‍රතිපාදන වලට ඉක්මවා ගිය විශාල වැඩ කොටසක් ජනතාවට පොරොන්දු දීලා ආරම්භ කරලා තියෙනවා කිසිම ප්‍රගතියක් ගන්න බැරි තැන ඒවා නැවතිලා තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේම දිස්ත්‍රික්ක ගණනාවක ජනතාව මේ වෙද්දි ජල පහසුකම් විදුලි පහසුකම් නැතුව අනාථ වෙලා තියෙනවා. දැන් සමහර ප්‍රසිද්ධ
Parliamentarian Namal Rajapaksa said that some of the villages constructed by the name of popular individuals did not have even deeds. These lands were located in the wildlife conservation zones. The parliamentarian further said that a person who trespasses a protected forest to fetch firewood are being caught and put in jail. However, those who violate the laws of the country remain scot-free. The people have been subjected to great injustice by blocking out acres of land and giving them inappropriate persons for house constructions.
And now to bring you the trading details, the all-share price index closed at 6,215.23 points, increased by 3.26 points, and the S&P SL20 index closed at 3,053.34 points, dropped by 18.81 points at the end of the trading in the Colombo Stock Exchange today. Turnover was over 702 million rupees.
And with that, we conclude tonight's news. Do it just tomorrow at very same time. Good night.